Hey gang, Bronco Carl 92 here. So for today's video I'm going to show you how to install a set of sheet metal fenders on a 2008 Wrangler JK that I got from Yitamotor. So we have a 2008 Wrangler JK here. It's just a two-door. And we got these sheet metal fenders here from Yitamotor on Amazon. There's the rear ones and the front ones. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to remove the old plastic ones first and install these. So let's get you set up and okay, so our original fenders are held on with plastic clips, which you'll see in a little bit. These replacement fenders are held on with this hardware here. So it actually doesn't come in a box like this. I just wanted to sort them out so I would not lose anything. So anyhow, you basically get a nutsert, and then we have a stainless steel bolt washer and lock washer. And there's one of two ways to install these nutserts. You can either use a homemade tool like this, so it's basically just a hard bolt and a little bearing, and as you tighten this up it'll squeeze this nutsert down, or you can use a nutsert tool. So basically after it squoze, this is what the nutsert looks like, or the thread cert. Okay, so we're going to start on our rear fender. They're just held in with a bunch of clips that go through the body, and then there's two clips that are inside the wheel well that are actually missing on this Jeep already. So basically all you do is just give this a tug and the fender's off. Now some of the clips will come off, some of them will stay. It's kind of cold out here, so we got a couple that stay behind. Take a pair of pliers, just give them a little grab, and sometimes they'll shatter and sometimes they'll just come out. That one's stubborn. Alright, so now we have 10 holes that we have to put thread certs into. So I'll show you. Okay, so this is our thread setting tool. You basically just take it and unthread that. You thread your thread cert onto it until we have a little stick out. Then just stick it in the hole. The nice thing is we don't have to drill anything. These holes are already the right size, and then squeeze it down. And then I like to just give it a little bit more, so I turn this 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times more. It's not really that much. And then an extra squeeze. And remove it. And our last one. Just a couple turns after you do the initial squeeze. You don't want to over clamp these because you'll distort the threads and then you'll make them worthless. So these fenders seem to be of decent quality. I'd say they're probably about, maybe they're about 18 gauge steel. They seem to be pretty nicely made. They're coated with, I guess, like a bed liner type coating. Now we just attach them with these stainless steel screws. They're a 1/4 inch thread, and are a 5/32 Allen, or hex. You just lay the fender up. Get one started. Alright, so now that all the screws are in finger tight or loose, we can just tighten them up, starting at the middle. Okay, so here is our finished rear fender. I'll just peel that little sticker off there in a second. Let's move on to the front. Okay, so the front fender also pulls off the same way, except we just have to remove a 10mm screw, which is right here. Now this marker light that's over here has no wiring going to it. This Jeep has had a few modifications done to it, I guess, by its previous owner, so I'm not going to worry about that. There's a couple of other 10s that I'm going to just take out. A large washer on it. Okay, that one, yeah. So those are off. And then there is a push clip on the inside here, this inner liner. Trim tool for that. What's going to happen is that this liner will actually mount up on the inside, or it should at least. And another push clip over here. Christmas tree clip, I guess you call them. Okay, so now this is loose from the fender. Same thing. Just grab the fender. Fender's off. And look at that Georgia clay. So now this bracket that's here, we can just leave it in place. It doesn't look like it'll be in the way. You don't want to cut that anyway in case you want to put this thing back to stock. So just tuck the fender liner up behind here. then take your screws that you removed before, put these back in place. Locate that washer we dropped. Okay. And this corner over here, if it'll come over, it should. This Christmas tree clip through there. And the fender liner's back in place. Now there's a couple of clips that decided to stay on the body, like happened in the back. Let's get our pliers. Oops. Give them a yank. You can say the front body on this thing seems definitely more flimsy than the back. Clips are just so old and real. So there's 9 holes in here that we're going to have to put nutserts in, but they only sent 36 hardware sets. So I think what I'll do is I'll just skip probably this hole here, and that way it'll be 8 for the front, 10 for the back, 18 is 36, and that's what we'll do. So let's get these nutserts in, and put you back on in a minute. And our last one. And finally we'll hang our last fender. So just lay it in place. We'll get this hardware in place and we'll get you back on. All right, so Alright, and that's it. So let's get the Jeep outside and we can see what it looks like. Okay, so here's our completed vehicle. Definitely gives it a very tough look. So we're going to change out the bumpers. We got a Stinger bumper, but it showed up with some damage, so we're going to get another one, I guess. And we're going to do something with this back bumper too. These cutout fenders really match nicely with these sidebars that are on here already, these rock sliders. So like I said, they're from Yitamotor on Amazon. Alright, so that was relatively easy. I'll put a link in the description below to get to these fenders from Yitamotor on Amazon, like I said. It definitely transformed the Jeep into something a little more interesting looking. So hopefully you liked this video. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Take care.